Um,
Hello.
hello. How's it going? What's going on?
Good, man. I was on the road, so I'm just kind of like parking, and then where like really good light is, and then hopefully you can see my face. I'll also turn this on. Is this cool, or is
Yeah,
this like it's fine?
you're perfect. You're the epitome of a guest.
Thank you.
Yes, no
Thank you.
problem.
Appreciate it.
Do you want me to be quiet while you park? I know parking. Are you parallel parking?
Oh no. I went straight shot. It was smooth, like no issues whatsoever. Now I just gotta like find a way to like place this. Oh, there we go. That's awesome. Look at that.
That'll
Cool.
work.
And then I gotta look jacked. So I gotta like take the jacket off. You know what I mean? It's just a whole.
Oh, I wanted to. You got a new tattoo, right?
I did. I did.
And
Full chest.
was it roses around?
Yeah. So I have on my left side where my heart is the empathy symbol, and then I put roses around that, and then on my other pec I got a good sweet Black Panther with blue eyes and stuff. So
Nice.
yeah,
Awesome.
man, I'm dig that. So I got like a bunch of animals on my sleeve and stuff like that. I dig all that crap. So
Spectacular.
but thanks for having me.
Yeah, anytime. Thank you for giving us your time. I mean, you're putting us over while we hopefully attempt to put you over. We had Hakeem
Oh
on
yeah.
Tuesday, so that was great.
Oh yeah, man. And we're not like recording yet, are we?
We're actually live every time.
Oh, hello. Hey, what's going on? Hello. A good thing I didn't say anything stupid or like I was about to like tell you like some stuff I probably shouldn't say on the air yet.
Here's
the because it's like ooh, cool surprise.
You would not believe it, Karam. There are everybody that comes on doesn't realize we're live, and we do our best to promote that literally we are. And
right.
I only like to do things live. I try
Sure.
not to, and I'll try not to ask the same questions. I just kind of want to have a conversation, as best I can. But yeah, so we are live. So
well, hello.
So don't let us know what happens at AAW's Legacy this weekend versus Josh C and ACH because I know.
Sure. I don't even know what's happening.
Oh, not this weekend. February 4th.
4th.
Yes,
yeah.
That's
right.
Sure. But yeah, you've given us a time tonight, and you're safe out there, right? Parked.
Yeah, dude, it's snowing up here. Where are you guys based out of?
I'm in upstate New York. Vanessa
okay.
is in Canada. You'll occasionally hear her voice if I screw up. But she's
hey,
here.
Vanessa. Hello.
So I'm like an hour north of Detroit. I'm an hour
okay.
north of Detroit.
Oh, where at?
I'm in Sarnia, or I guess like Port Huron, Michigan would be.
Gotcha. Cool.
Yeah.
Cool. So that's like close to, I think, where. Yeah, there's a few people up there for sure. Yeah, I'm like very close to Detroit, like about 10, 15 minutes or so. I'm like right outside of the city.
A lot of good talent out of Detroit. I mean, not underrated, but a lot of talent that isn't known. I think is the best way to say it.
Yeah, man. Like Michigan has like a stigma, which is so funny because like if you actually like look like at the people who come from there, like Jake something, Rohit Raju, me, you got like, the DTA guys, you got all those people that are just, okay, maybe we don't got like a lot of reputable like shows around, but the talent speaks for itself. And I think that kind of goes all across the Midwest too. The Midwest has great, like look at the talent out of Chicago, and even like Indiana and all that stuff. So.
I said at the start, you're the epitome of a guest, but you are the epitome of a wrestler.
Professional
wrestler. And in preparing this, I realized you have the looks. You're a body guy. You're great on the mic. And you can work in the ring. And that's probably what you're going for. I mean, right?
Yeah, man.
Why not?
Yeah. Dude, when I got into wrestling, I was into like the the physique. Like, you know, you look at Triple H and you look at all these big guys. Like, so when I grew up, and I was fascinated into bodybuilding and all that stuff. So I always carried that over. Like, if I'm going to be a wrestler, I'm going to be big and I'm going to look the part. And that was always important to me. And I know it's a little less important nowadays.
Yeah.
And that's totally cool. But my vision as a professional wrestler is looking the part, acting the part, passing the airport test. I'm sure we all know what the airport test is. You know, like, what do you do, brother? You know,
brother.
And then, yeah. So, like, that's always been important to me. And then, like, with the mic skills, I've said this a few times, but I come from a theater background. I've done a lot of that, like 8 years of that. So stepping on stage and kind of just spitting on the mic and doing a lot of, like, improv in that sense. So I like to point out my strong suits. And then, yeah, just luckily I'm athletic because I never did sports in high school. So that just luckily it carried over. But definitely my strong suits are definitely the look and the mic. And I'm still learning, you know, in the ring. Like, you know, I'm like about 4 years in now, 3 years, 4 years in. I don't even know. But because 2020 just messed up my whole vision of
messed everybody's up. For sure.
And so I'm just like, I think around this time. So, but yeah, and I'm glad that I'm able to kind of adapt and grow match by match, you know.
And I think, like we mentioned, AAW promotions like Glory Pro as well, especially AAW does a great job at cultivating the talent they bring in. So, like, for example, you referenced, you can realize that you're green, you're still young, you're still learning. And they're willing to take that chance. They can see the potential, the epitome, and they let you make mistakes and they let you learn from them. And I think that goes a long way.
Dude, you know what's so funny? I said the same exact thing, like, at another podcast, and this was like a year ago even, where I was just like, the reason why I think that, like, AAW is one of, like, the best promotions in the States, and, you know, I've never been elsewhere outside of the States, really, so I couldn't really tell much besides, like, Canada and stuff. But, like, in the States, like, they allow you to make mistakes, but they see the potential. And then instead of just bringing in stars, like a lot of promotions do, they just bring in the names, you know.
Yeah.
They're creating stars. They're creating the indies, and they're doing that. And that's so important with having storylines and having, like, people grow within your show, and then you're making them reputable. And same with FIP. Like, when I won the FIP championship, a World Heavyweight Championship down in Florida, like, they know that, like, I'm green and I'm getting my name out there. But look at the lineage of that title. So they believe in me. And that's kind of the same thing as with AAW. So shows like that, like, you know, take a risk and just like, well, we believe in this kid, let's push him. That's all the respect in the world. I'm so thankful for that. And I think more than indies need that, if that makes sense.
It does make a lot of sense.
Yeah. So, yeah, super thankful for them. I love Danny. I love Trent. Obviously very thankful for FIP as well, putting me in great positions there too.
So. You mentioned character work. Obviously, you have a theater background. I'm the father of three young, beautiful ladies in this house. So a lot of Disney gets watched in this house. I know that you've played the Tin Man, but you've also played the greatest heel in the world of Disney, Gaston.
Yeah, I did. Yes.
The greatest heel.
Yes. I mean, yeah. he's one. I have two favorites, Gaston and Lord Farquaad. I played Lord Farquaad.
Okay.
That's probably why my knees are so bad, because I was on my knees for like 2 hours singing songs and stuff like that. So, those parts are so fun because they're the ultimate heels, man.
Yeah.
And you can think outside of the box, and you can. And I was a guy, like, even in like the script, I was like, okay, well, I'm gonna kind of say this, and I would just kind of make up my lines, you know what I mean? As I went, I was always feeling the crowd and feeling that, so I try to bring that in, even in matches. Like, I don't call everything. I like to talk in there. It's more say, okay, what are you doing? Okay, I'll remember that, and I'll just tell you what I'm doing out there. You know what I mean? So that's just how I function. So, yeah, for sure.
Oh my gosh, definitely. Would you suggest? We got a lot of talented people. I mean, all the wrestlers are talented, but we see on the indie scene a lot of people can do, and I'm not trying to put them down, and nor is it my place. They can do the flips. They can do the amazing shit that you see GIF related viral type of stuff. But would you suggest that they take that leap, take that chance, and go into theater, go into improv type of stuff? I mean, it has to help, right?
Dude, that's honestly that. So luckily I have a look, but I think what put me over the edge was being able to talk on a microphone. You know, like, I can't do flips. I can't do moonsaults. But so like, I'm always about like showcase your strengths and hide your weaknesses. Right.
Yeah.
So that's always me, man. So like, if their strength is that, so be it. But it's not going to hurt to learn how to talk. And the number one thing is connecting with the crowd. So I guess I won't necessarily say you have to do this and you have to do that, but I think you need to find a way to connect with the crowd, because there are guys who, and like I said, I'm not trying to like talk anyone down or anything like that. This is just my opinion on things. Like, there are guys who can do everything in the world, but like, where's the reaction? Where's the connection? Where's the aura? And my goal is just to have an aura and a presence and have the fans just draw to me. You know, that's where my money is, because like I said, I'm not going to be the most acrobatic guy, but I sure as hell can make heads turn and look at me. So that's what I'm going to do. And when they do, now it's my job to get their attention and keep their attention.
Speaking of heads turning and looking at you in preparing for this show, I watched a lot of your matches, a lot of your stuff. I'm an older fella, and it gave me a Rick Rude vibe. It gave me a Scott Hall vibe. Were these wrestlers inspirational to you?
Yeah, those were my inspirations, 100%.
Spectacular.
Yeah. I started rocking the ponytail. Like, my hair started getting really long, and it started just getting in my face. I was like, wait a minute, the baddest dude always wore a ponytail, you know, because I like to have the hair wet, and you know, it's making that illusion.
It's the look.
But
it's a
man,
look.
So, but I don't know. I've got to dig at that ponytail Scott Hall look, and like Rick Rude, like the way how I kind of pose my abs, flex my abs before my matches and everything, and even some of like the promos I do in Chicago are very inspired by Rick Rude, and which he was before my time. You know, I was born '96.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So I had to like go back and watch. And to be honest, man, I'm a fan of like wrestling like in '89. I'm very much like an old school, like when the network, they got rid of the network in the States. But like I would never watch the current stuff. I watched seriously stuff from like 80 through like early 80s to late 80s and then early 90s and stuff like that, man. And dude, it, for some reason, I don't know what it is, that draws my attention more than anything, because they just make the little things matter. Like the cutoff is a simple punch. I'm like, oh, that makes sense. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Stuff like that. I like things that make sense and that I can keep I never want to like look away and look back and be like, oh, well, they're still doing a bunch of shit, so it doesn't really, you know what I mean? Like, but like with old school stuff, you can't turn away, because like the one punch means something, the one kick means something, and they take a minute and they look at the crowd, and they, you know, and that's something that Rohit does, and that's why I love that I'm under his wing. And I can go on and on, but you know what I mean? Like, he's old school too, and we're character guys that could work. And the number thing is work, and working doesn't mean being able to do everything. Just means being able to work the crowd, being able to have that psychology and have the skeleton and the backbone of a professional wrestling match.
Well said. Wrestle slow, work smarter.
Man.
I get all that watching you guys, and Hakeem Rohit. You get that vibe from him as well. Definitely an old school guy to everything you do. Everything
no one
he
wants
did.
to see. No one wants to see me do like a huge like shooting star.
No,
you know what I mean. They want me to club a dude and bring him to the floor and slam that guy. You know, spine buster his ass. You know what I mean. No one wants to see me go woo fireworks. Like, no, I know where my money is, and I know what I'm good at, and I'm never gonna do anything that's gonna, you know, take that away.
Know your worth. I think that's what Hakeem said. Know your worth. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, for
100%.
sure. You now, correct me if I'm wrong. You were trained by guys like Jake something, Can-Am school with Johnny Bravo, who's someone we really want to talk to. What resonates the most with you from those guys, like a Jake something and a Johnny Bravo?
Dude, there's something. So, okay, so Bravo. I'll start with Bravo. He's like my wrestling dad. You know what I mean? So, like, every time I have like an opportunity, if I have anything going on, he's the guy I call. If I have anxiety, he's the dude I call. You know what I mean? Like, I am so thankful for that guy to be, and another guy who believes in me from day one. And I would go to Can-Am, and with Can-Am, it was mostly he would condition me. He would get me up, like, get me ready for opportunities in that sense. Jake taught me how to wrestle.
Nice.
He taught me how to carry myself. He taught me like what to do and what not to do. So like, I'm sure like when you watch a Jake something match, he has that presence.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying I'm trying to mimic that presence, but the aura that he carries. That's where my money is too, and that's why like if I was to say, man, what's my style like based off of now, it would be like Jake because he is my trainer, and the forearms I do and the moments I take, they are from him because he is my teacher,
Yeah.
And then with Rohit, like I'm just lucky that we randomly just got paired one time and we became best friends, and that's just another whole different book of what to do, So I'm lucky to be close with these guys and just to have such good people around me. But yeah, I don't know if I'm answering your question right. I'm just
it all works.
Like I said, I'm just
yeah.
So like yeah, man. I think like as far as that, like with Bravo, is just kind of like, man, that dude's been through a lot, and he kind of he puts things in perspective. Like because sometimes we get kind of like, well, why am I here yet, or why aren't I there yet? He's like, shut up, dude. You know what I mean? This doesn't owe you anything, and he just puts things in perspective in the most blunt way. And sometimes you need that, man. We can't have the sugarcoating.
Yeah, for
sure.
So
that's just a dude that like will tell it to you straight. He never lies, and that like you're just gonna respect him, and he doesn't even have to ask for it. So
awesome.
I learned a lot from him in that sense on how the business works and like how to not get ahead of myself, and he really teaches me how to stay humble. While like Jake literally he teaches me how to be a good professional wrestler, and then same with Yus too. They're all like my teachers in a sense, and I'm just glad and thankful that they're like my best friends.
And I think humble is the key word there. You're coming off as extremely humble, extremely appreciative. Nothing's expected. Sure. Everything's appreciated.
For sure. It's funny, and I don't mean to cut you off.
No, it's okay.
One of my first shows I've ever done. It was like my second show, and it was out of state in Ohio, and it was like a small place, and it was like an old school dude. I can't remember his name right now, and I'm so sorry for that. But the one of the notes that he told me was like, you have a good look, giving me, the Iggy, like what everyone kind of tells me, but he's like, no, I'm going to tell you, stay humble, but always have a little bit of arrogance. And at first I didn't understand that, but it's like, you have to be humble, but also know your worth and carry yourself a certain way in the locker room so no one will take advantage of you. So yeah, I am 100% humble, and I know I have so much to learn, and I am green. And I'm thankful for every opportunity, but you have to carry yourself like a superstar too. And I do know that I'm a superstar, and I do know that I have something to offer. And I think that's important too, and what people need to understand. Like the guys breaking in, like you got to have that. You got to carry yourself like a star, and you have to believe it.
And you're right, and all that makes sense to me. And another thing I learned about you is that your drive is impeccable. You had, and I don't really like to talk about injuries a lot on this show because sometimes they're traumatic. I don't know.
Yeah.
But you had an injury. You were supposed to be taking 9 months. You came back in 5, bigger, stronger, better, all around. What was it that kept pushing you and kept wanting you to get through that?
Because, man, it was okay. So I kind of just, man, it's such a hard question. Like you said,
it is
a loaded question.
It is a loaded question. Sorry,
it's emotional. No, it's what makes. I'm glad you're not asking me. So, what do you like? How'd you get into wrestling?
Yeah, I don't care about that.
You're asking meaningful things, and that's very appreciative. Dude, you know what, man? It was kind of like it was partially having a chip on my shoulder because, man, when I got hurt, I don't really like tell people like too much of this, but at this point, it's like it is what it is. Like I had a WWE tryout coming up, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then the collective was coming up, and then like during like that time frame of rehab, WWE contacted me again to do the tryout in Vegas, and I had to miss that. So it was just like, man, I'm losing all these opportunities. I can't come back the same.
No, right?
You know, I can't come back. I gotta show exactly why these people were interested in me. You know, because as soon as you're injured and the eyes are off of you, you're gonna be forgotten. I was like, no, like I don't know if I'm allowed to swear on here or not.
Go ahead, you're good.
I was like, no, motherfucker, I'm not gonna be forgotten. I'm gonna show exactly why I call myself the epitome of a professional wrestler. So like, it was my goal to come back in even better shape, look better, because I was already considered like a freaky dude. Yeah. I wanted to come back just even freakier, and just I needed to prove that to myself, and also prove it to others. You know what I mean? And it sounds shallow to say that I got to prove it to people, like, but I did. Yeah. And you know, and that was partial. It was a motivation, and so I guess, man, it's just I wanted to just show that I was meant to do this. And I don't want to be known as injury prone and come back worse, or come back, because they always say once you're injured, you know, you gotta this and that. And I was like, bullshit, you know. So I think I proved my point, and you know, I'm still growing to this day. Like I'm not here to talk about like bodybuilding statistics or anything, but you know, I was like 16-17% body fat, went down to 10% body fat, and put on 9 pounds of muscle during that time frame. So, you know, I proved the point that, like, shit can be done. And then if I can do that with one leg, all those people that say that this is their passion can do that with two, you know, and do that. So I'm always, like I said, I'm always going to be the part, look the part, act the part, everything like that. So it's just also, so yeah, it was proving a point to others and proving a point to myself.
Yeah.
You know, and just having a chip on my shoulder, man. I want to, and, you know, and I guess some of that does come from it negatively, but it got me where I wanted to be, and now I'm the happiest that I've ever been. You know?
And I think the chip on your shoulder, proving people wrong, proving to yourself, it's inspirational, and it goes a lot to who you are as a person, drive, humble, all the stuff we've talked about. Yeah, man. Definitely frustrating, you know, with those trials, but
yeah, man,
that's neither here nor there, and that is the journey. You have, you know, you're with AAW, or you know, you got the AAW Legacy show, Glory Pro with Dan the Dad and his stupid cronies. Yeah, for sure. Well, he's been on here. He's gonna need some special help for that match. Good grief.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, dude, it's super fun, man. I love Glory Pro. I love it.
Yeah, Glory Pro's great. Dan the Dad was great. I don't know how he's gonna fare in that match, but
dude, I saw that. I was like, man, he really wants to get his ass kicked. Okay.
Right?
Yeah, all right. But hey, man, I'm sure he got good old dad lessons up his sleeve. So I'll be you know, looking forward to it, I guess.
Something I'm extremely interested about, because I didn't know anything about it until I talked to you and Hakeem. The Sanctuary Fight Club, and
yeah,
I don't know anything about it. You're facing Silas Young on February 20th, but I don't even know anything about Sanctuary Fight Club.
So, dude, it's pretty much brand new. We had like one show in like right before the pandemic. And it was one or two shows right before the pandemic, right? And you know, and it's just one dude, Dickie Bronson.
Okay.
You know, he had a vision, man, and he's just like, I want to run this like underground type of field place. And it was kind of from, okay, well, Michigan doesn't have many promotions that, you know, we could be proud of, right? You know, so, and I'm not saying that to diss anything. It's just I don't wrestle a lot in Michigan because we have to hold ourselves to a standard. We have to know our worth. And like, I'm very picky with the places that I work if it's local, you know. I want it to be special. So like when he had this idea and I checked out the venue and it's super cool, man, it was underground, all that. And, you know, the vision that he has is just carrying over, man, and it's not streaming or anything. So I don't know much about the future, but I'll tell you what, I got some news yesterday and I wish I could tell you it. That's why I was like, are we live right now? Because like, there was just some stuff I wanted to like kind of spill to you. But, yeah, I'm telling you, man, they're cool. They're up and coming, and they're becoming the spot in Michigan, in Detroit. You know, that's the spot. That's the Detroit spot. And with the stuff that might potentially happen, it's gonna kind of be like, holy shit, you know what I mean? I'm not here to be like, oh, you know, push it up. Like, no, seriously, like, it kind of just happened last night. We were having this conversation, and it cool stuff may happen. So that's definitely a spot to keep an eye on. And yeah, dude, that's another place that like gives me opportunity to work with Silas Young, man.
Yeah.
And Silas Young is one of those workers where he's a professional.
Yes, he is.
Wrestler. So that's 2 professional wrestlers. We're gonna have a fight. It's going to be a bar fight. It's going to be cool for the title, the new title that they have there. And Jody Threat's there. Rohit's there. I think Jake something's going to be there too. So they're bringing in good people, man. And Danhausen was there the first few shows as well. So,
yeah,
you know, it's one of those places that like they have a vision. They put on good products, good pictures, good footage, and it's just professional. And it's very important to me that promotion showcases themselves as professional, because we need that in Michigan. We need that in Detroit, you know. And yeah, and I'm proud to be like one of the faces of that company for sure.
That's awesome. And yeah,
or
promotion. And yeah, I mean, I'm a fan, and that's why I do this. And I like to keep it kayfabe. Yeah, we are live. Would I like you to break some news? Yeah, that'd be awesome. But I also like to be surprised. So I look forward to whatever happens with Sanctuary.
You ain't getting shit from me today, dude. You're not getting shit.
Before I give you the mic and let you put yourself over, we've had the links going in for all your social medias and all that fun stuff.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna ask you where you want to see yourself in 5 years, because I don't think, because personally, I just want you to take it day to day. I'm not going to tell you and all that stuff. I'm gonna book you. I'm going to tell you where I think I see you.
Sure.
And one of my favorite promotions is MLW. With your size, with your look, your mic, matches with Hammerstone, Alex Kane, Takeman, Myron Reed. That's where I want to see you.
Dude, man, the roster is so good. Exactly. And you know what, man? I'll say right here, right now, I would love to be a part of that roster.
Yeah, you
know what I mean? There's places I want to be, bro. You know, MLW is one of them for sure. And I hope I could showcase myself there one day, because all the people there are so talented. I love the way they run their stuff. Super professional, like I said. And it's just one of those places where I'm going to grow if I'm there, you know?
Yeah.
And that's the most important thing. I'm going to grow as a wrestler. I've worked with Myron before. Man, the guy is one of the best. I'm telling you right now, one of the best. You know what I mean? Just genius. To work with Hammerstone would be awesome. You know, I always say that would be Hogan and Sheik right there.
Oh,
you know what
brother.
I mean? yeah. I would definitely put the camel crutch on that asshole. You know what I mean? So, yeah, dude, that's definitely a spot I want to be at for sure. So I agree with you.
Awesome. Great stuff. Hey, before I give you the mic, you've been a pleasure to have on tonight.
Thank you, man. I wish we had more time.
Yeah, you know, we could. Another thing we like to do on here is we leave a lot on the table. I left a lot on the table. We have Maserati, female wrestler out of Mission Pro Wrestling.
Yeah.
She's coming up here at 10:15. Cool. So
badass.
Yeah, badass for sure. I'm a little scared to talk to her. I think I'll be fine. But you're a great guy, a great human, and you're welcome back anytime. But I'm going to give you the mic now. You can put over anything you want, say anything you want. I don't care. I won't interrupt. The floor is yours.
Oh man, well, you know what, dude? I'm not, like you said, you had all the links gonna post up there. And honestly, you probably got I'm terrible with social media, so I might mess it up. So whatever you put up there, I appreciate it. I'm just, look, man, I'm thankful that you guys are interested to bring me on.
Yeah.
And like you said, I think you're a great guy too. And thank you to Vanessa as well for having me and shooting me a message to get on here. So whenever you guys want me back, I'm totally open to it. This was a lovely conversation. Obviously, I wish we had 30 more minutes.
Yeah.
Time flew. So I'll see you guys at AAW on the 4th, and then Glory Pro on the
6th.
It's the 6th. Yeah. See that? I'm terrible. So, but yeah, dude. So if you want to see me beat up Dan the Dad, tune in for that. Yeah. And then, man, a big match on the 4th with ACH and Josh C. So I'm looking forward to that as well. So, dude, thank you so much for having me. And then whoever is following me, and shout out to you guys. I really appreciate any fan base that I have. So thank you very much.
Awesome. Karam, Have yourself a wonderful night. Thanks for giving us your time.
You too.
And we'll talk to you soon.
Yeah. Thank you, man. Thank you so much.
Peace.
Take care.
Have a good night.
You too.
Awesome. That's great stuff, Vanessa. Phenomenal.